Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela. Listen, I wanted to go over June the 10th of the Diddy trial. So we're going to do it as a recap. A couple of things happened today. Uh, First of all, the prosecution was denied the request to recall expert witness Don Hughes. And also, the defense was denied the mistrial. Uh, the request for the mistrial centered on the testimony of Brianna Bongolan, aka Bana, a friend of Cassie. The judge basically said, "Hey, the prosecution messed up, but you all had plenty of opportunity to cross and do all of that stuff." He did not rule that anything that she said warranted a mistrial. He did say that she was as high as a kite, and she probably mixed up some dates, but you all got your Perry Mason moment, so let's move on. So the cross examination of Jane Doe started. She basically talked about a couple of things. The defense is trying to put forth that basically Jane is still in love with Diddy. If this trial wasn't happening today, she'd be doing hotel nights and all kinds of things with Diddy voluntarily. She did talk about the fact that her mortgage is still being paid by Diddy. She also talked about that her current attorneys and things are being paid by Diddy. She did reveal that she hadn't spoken with Diddy since his arrest. Jane also testified that she was not in cooperating with Homeland Security when they came to her home to interview her. But she did say that she did have to sit in front of a grand jury. And when she sat in front of that grand jury, she was offered immunity. So we do know that she has been offered immunity, which begs, are all the witnesses that are testifying, or do they all have immunity? Even the people that have been labeled a victim? That's very interesting to me. The defense asked her if she had any regrets. She said she did resent the hotel nights, but she said she did love she didn't understand the terms and conditions of her relationship with him. She testified that that she was still in love with him. She says she is quite nurturing and enjoys taking care of Diddy during these hotel nights. She did say that she did break her own boundaries to make Combs feel loved. And we see where that led her. She said that she believed that he was something special, really, really special. She said that he even did made her feel special. He encouraged her. He gave her speeches about encouragement. He even allowed for her, she said he was very spiritual. He even allowed for her to listen to his favorite pastor, and that he offered her all these words of different encouragement and everything like that. She did testify, and again, this goes on the level of the quote unquote freakiness of Sean Diddy Combs. She testified that with or without the hotel nights, he liked to role play. She also testified that she figured he was bi-curious and maybe was a cuckold. She also testified a couple of things too. She said that while she was with Combs, she only met 10% of her earning potential. She says because of the hotel nights and things like that, she was losing money from her job being an influencer. She did report that she gets $4,100 a month from her baby's father for child support, and she was saying that she made anywhere from $50,000 a year doing influencing. She did say that Combs has probably wired her well over $150,000. These are things that I think the defense made better moves on. She did testify that Combs was entertaining other women, and at first she didn't mind. She understood that her relationship with Combs was polyamorous. So I think that that was a good point that the defense pulled out to show that, hey, she knew what it was. She knew that she wasn't the only woman in his life. And I think it's because of the fact that he was allowing the other women to have a more public facing. I think that that was an issue for her. And plus the fact the drugs and, all the little freak offs and stuff like that. She testified that there were portions of the hotel night that she enjoyed, and she was okay with them being recorded. She also testified that she was very concerned about Diddy's drug use and that she wanted him to go into rehab. She also testified that taking those drugs and things like that helped her with her sex life and helped her focus on her sexual energy. Now, here's some interesting things. And she testified that she spoke with Christina Quorum on the phone, at least on one occasions, when she was asked to transport the mood enhancers. She said that she talked with her by text. She says, she testified that, her having communications with KK bothered her while she dated with Combs. She said that let me see if I get this right. Jane told the court that Quorum had strong feelings about Jane and that would influence how Combs would treat her. So in other words, KK was very, now that's something interesting. So that lets us know that KK is, her words and what she says is very, very important to Diddy. They go over some audio recording and some text messages uh, about their hotel nights. And so those things were introduced, which I think were good for the defense to introduce those things to show Jane's state of mind. I want to read this. Now, this is coming from NBC News, and I have to read it the way they did because it was interesting. It says Jane and her lawyer exchanged heated words over handbags, y'all. Jane and the defense lawyer, Teeny Diergos, exchanged some pointed words about handbags and sex during cross-examination. Diergos insinuated that the witness was consensually having sex with other men and gladly accepting designer bags. So basically, she was trying to tell that girl, you was acting like a 304 for a designer bag. And Jane said that she had trauma. No, that she had trauma. The defense lawyer also asked the witness if she knew what a Bottega bag was, and Jane responded, "I'm sure you have one." Gergos also asked how much Bottega bags cost, to which Jane responded, "How much does my body cost?" Baby, baby, a mess. So again, she's going to be on the stand today as a cross examination under cross examination. We're going to see how that pans out. Again, we are here. I've lost track of the days, but this is a recap of the Diddy trial, the United States versus America versus Sean Combs, for June the 10th. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.